Okay, did it switch? Was it muted the whole time? There we go. Was it muted the whole freaking time? Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Was it muted the whole time? Because it's not that I'm boomering, it's that StreamYard just switches settings all the time. I was muted the whole time? Okay, well, let me go back and thank everyone for the super chats and the members. Corey, 4 months, thank you. Hop if you dance the devil, pale moonlight. People are gonna be very confused when they see the comments on my one picture. There's a story behind it. Pokey's been a member for 4 months. Thank you, and thank you for singing the Freddie song. Again, Americus. Thanks. It's a 4-month special anniversary stream today. And Azar, thank you. You didn't have to do that. And he's just joking. Jay does that. He's my buddy. He just calls people simps sometimes when they're you know, nice to his friends that are ladies. Thank you for a member for 1 month. Thank you. So yeah, no, StreamYards really makes me mad because I have everything set, and then sometimes when I hit live, it changes the settings. Very annoying. Um, but thank you guys. We're all I caught up on what we were talking about. Thank you. Uh, I've only been live for 5 minutes, so that means I was muted for like a good 2 minutes. Yeah. What's up, Hail the Lore? I said hi to everybody. I'm so sorry if you missed it. What's up, Keck? Classy Vigilante, Psychotic Mongoose. How you guys doing? Lulu Blue. Wait, did I miss any super chats? Sorry, let me go back. Mark of Reality, thank you for the $2. I think you're muted no sound. Thank you for the $2. And thank you for the members. 4 months. So I guess I think it's been 4 months since I've been able to have members, right? Maybe 5? No, I think 4. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure Corey and no, because Hokies is at 4 months, and he was one of my first. I think actually, I'm gonna call you both out. Hokies and A2D2 were my first members, I think, before I even did a live stream. Like, once it hit, I put it up there, and then boop, there they were. They were waiting, and they were ready. Oh, hold on a second, and let me go check Rumble. Gigi Luca's over there, hello. And quick restart the show. StreamYards. I always it's so funny because I always check too, and I like when I set it up, I switch the mic over um to make sure because it goes it's weird. My camera goes on like this it takes my camera off and goes on some whole other thing. It's so stupid and weird, but you know what? We're here. Thank you. We got 61 people. That was my favorite open so far. Thanks, Gravy. Uh, you meant Wicked. What'd you mean, Lulu? And thank you, Gravy. Member for 3 months. I'm glad you like it when I'm not talking. Nick Braun, thank you for the 199. I think you may have been muted. I think so too. But we're back. We're here. I need to drink some more of my Celsius water. I need some energy. What's up, Drunken Sailor? Hokies. Thank you for the donation. And the sassy message to help you pay your mic bill so that your podcast will have sound. Thanks. Tech support Moz. Oh my god, that was I just had to unplug the stream and restart it. Here we are. Oh, it's okay, Lulu. Um, Hi, Lady Marine. How are you? I when I'm on YouTube on my phone, I always feel bad because I'm almost always on my phone when like when I hop into someone's stream and say hi, and that's why I normally just be like, "Hey, chat," because I always it's really like heartwarming when I get like more than even like 3 people saying hi to me in someone else's chat. And I just always just say hi, chat, because on YouTube you can't at people, so I just go general hello. Mark of Reality. For Thank you for the $5. Don't worry, everyone has been having trouble with streaming and internet over the past week. Ask Jeremy about his recent Cobra cast. Oh no. Was it the internet or it's maybe both. Jeremy is also in Florida, and the Florida internet, as much as I love Florida, the internet, mm, it can be a little funky sometimes. That's the only thing I miss about New York State. I've said that before. "Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Lady Marine. Get better. Get some soup. Spicy soup." What's up, Will Call Magic? And we got some new people in here. So, all right. I will her big announcement is Wicked is gonna become a Trey. Shh, don't give away my secrets. Um, so I'll say this like probably another time during the stream because like when more people hop in. But Wicked's World is gonna be switching over to Thursdays because something's happened on Saturday, and I'm gonna make you guys wait to find out. But Saturday, there's gonna be something else happening, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I'm gonna keep you guys waiting for a little bit. Yeah, spicy soup. It'll clear every. Well, you have the flu. You said maybe not. It's when you're congested. Spicy soup is the good way to go. Ian, holy freaking moly! Thank you so much for the 100. I saw it. I saw everything. What you didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Thank you, Ian.
Groovy.
I'm catching up on chat now, sorry. Uh. Yeah, Freddy Krueger cosplay, nice, thank you, yeah, it's one of my favorite ones, I took the pictures of it last year, oh, I loved how they turned out. And Jalook, how does Mazda pronounce it? I don't know, I can't even, but Jalook is a new member, thank you so much. Thank you, Jalook. Oh, you think you know, huh, classy vigilante? You might. This is true. Steph is already spicy. So what's up? How are you guys doing? Let's go back over on Rumble. We got 15 over there. Hello. Thank you for hanging out. Hello, hello. But yeah, I'm excited. I know I've been talking about this news. I got a little bit of rum. I wasn't gonna drink tonight, but I'm just gonna drink. I poured a little too much in the cup, but whatever. I'm just gonna sip it. Project Egg Roll's here. Egg roll. Could we get some eggs in the chat? Thank you. What's up? Is DVD worth playing? Is it fun? Well, obviously, I'm gonna say yes because I that's basically my main game. I switch it up sometimes, but do you like horror? If you like horror games and stuff, I think it's one of the top games. Just simply because they update it every 3 months. They add a new chapter, whether it's an original chapter from a character like a character that they made or, a licensed character, which is always fun. They have a lot of licensed characters. And behavior no, I don't agree with, like, all the stuff they do. They're a Canadian company, but they care about the gameplay and they try to keep it even. Like they'll nerf if someone's like too OP, right? Because there's survivors and killers at play. So if there's a survivor perk that's added and it's just like insanely strong, they'll nerf it down a bit. And same for the killer. They try to keep it balanced. I'm saying too much. They just do their best to keep the game as balanced as possible. It's the internet though. Online gamers are not gonna ever be like, satisfied, but they do their best. So if you like horror games, it's worth a try. Disparu's here. What's up, Disparu? Americus, thank you so much for the 20. Neat, but what's your take on the Suez Crisis of 1956? And I probably said that wrong, and I don't know what that is. I got to go back to history class. He's what the heck? He says, I'm high right now after a really awful day. Well, I'm sorry you had an awful day. That's not funny. Take this money and call me on Discord in the morning. Are you a doctor? Thanks, Roto. Oh my gosh. I know. Who'da thunk, right, Gravy? Andrew, thank you for the $5. Happy Saturday, beautiful eyes, Amanda. I'm watching 1974 Salem's right now. Now for some spooky movies along with Silent. Oh, I always say it wrong. I always say this wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. Silent what's like a silent film that you're watching? You're welcome. Like, I know what it is, but when I read the word, I can never say it right. Anyways, it wouldn't be, one of my streams if I didn't say something wrong. Nuh-uh, gravy, I love history. I was a big Nosferatu? Really? That's it? That's easy. I overthink it. I guess I overthink it. What's up, Abe? Abe. I said A's because I was looking at this. What's up, Tim F? History is great. All right. What? Let's do another double check. Hey, Lulu's over there on Rumble. Quiet over here. Well, now the party's there. Thank you. And 21 people over there. Thank you so much. I do my best to go over there and check because I know some people aren't, big on YouTube, so they go over on Rumble. So if I forget, I'm so sorry. Nosferatu? Nosferatu? Did I say it right that time? You know what? This isn't a history lesson. We're gonna start talking about topics because I feel like it's been a while since I've done a stream with topics because the last two wickets were like, I had X-ray on and then I had Disbrew and X-ray on, and we were supposed to, but the topics got messed up. But stay tuned for a little bit, guys, because I have an announcement tonight, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, but I'm gonna wait. I don't want to give it away the first 20 minutes of the stream. So let's get into some of these topics. Nosferatu. Did I not say it right? Roto. Nosferatu? Okay. Well, anyways, what do I want to talk about first? Let's talk about Halloween first. This let's see. Cuz I try to keep it, I know some topics are like boring or they're just like over talked about. Everyone talks about the same stuff. I try to find the fun stuff to talk about a little bit. I don't know if this is considered fun, but we're going to talk about it anyways. She's making us suffer. Well, excuse me. I'm glad Trey's in here for this. He's a big Halloween fan. So, Halloween, Miramax slashes into the TV rights to the franchise. In the wake of Bloody Disgusting's exclusive report about Malik Akkad's Trancas International Films shopping the TV rights to the Halloween franchise, with Miramax and A24 in the mix, Deadline has officially confirmed today that Miramax has landed the TV rights. So, Deadline reports Miramax Television has signed a wide-ranging deal with Trancas to develop a co-produce a Halloween TV series, which also includes a first-look agreement on other television projects for the international marketplace. The site report continues. The new Halloween series is envisioned to potentially launch a cinematic universe spanning film and television. Miramax's head of global TV, Mark Helwig, will be overseeing the franchise creatively in close collaboration with Akkad. Jointly controlling both the film and TV rights would allow Miramax and Trancas to map out an integrated film TV universe. Deadline Reports also notes. As a reminder, Miramax co-owns the Halloween film rights alongside Trancas. We couldn't be more excited to bring Halloween to television, Helwig said. We are thrilled to expand our long and successful partnership with Trancas and the brilliant Malik Akid in introducing this iconic franchise to a new form of storytelling and a new generation of fans. Mm. Trancas International Films is extremely enthused to be expanding our long-standing relationship with Miramax, and we look forward to working with Mark Helwig and the entire team in creating this new chapter, Akid said. Last year's Halloween Ends was the 13th installment in the Halloween franchise, which to date has never made its way onto the small screen. This one will be a big first time. Stay tuned for more on Miramax and Trancas' plan for the Halloween franchise. What do you guys think about this? I don't know. I feel like, so okay, I haven't seen the latest movie. Um, Soul Assassin, kinda, like, that would be a little bit interesting if they did it right. I know some things are overdone, but I don't mind when they take Loomis isn't really a smaller character, but he's definitely kind of I don't wanna say he's a background character, but I guess in comparison to Laurie and Michael, that could be interesting. Now, I'm not gonna hate on this because hear me out. As bad I didn't see the last movie, but as bad as everybody said it was, can they really do worse? Trey, thoughts? Halloween Ends is why the rights are being sold. Probably, yeah. So the thing is, I people that loved the franchise told me they did not like Halloween Ends. And I had my sister and my nephew who they don't get into any kind of like details with stuff, right? They just go to the movies to enjoy it. They don't care about any kind of social politics, anything like that. I don't know if any of that was in there, right? But they don't really complain about movies. They're pretty like they just enjoy them, right? They like the entertainment. And they both were like, "Meh," and I've never heard them say that, and my nephew's a big horror fan. So, like, they were just like, "Yeah, it wasn't really good," and that was all they really said about it. Um, Into the Myers first, yeah, probably. Yeah, see, a lot of people said that. I'll probably eventually watch it. I've been slacking because 'cause I've been so busy, working on a new project and just with life that I haven't been able to do any of my Halloween marathons. One thing I actually miss having cable for that because I think it was AMC. Maybe I'll get the AMC app, but they used to have, like, Friday the 13th marathons and Halloween marathons, and I would just pop it on and let it play all day while I was doing stuff around the house. I kinda miss that, but I'm not gonna pay for cable. I don't watch TV enough. Yeah, people did not like it. I wanna see the origin story of the gun, Dr. Lewis. Of course you do. They can do worse. I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm just saying, we'll see. At least Rob Zombie was a fan of Halloween. I used to enjoy the entertainment, then they took it out. You're right. You're right. Hail the Lord, let Michael rest. Yeah, they never will though. So Hollywood just they have no there's no creativity left. So that's why everything's getting rebooted or remastered, whatever. They're re whatever. Because they can't do anything new because they're out of ideas. There's no good writers left. I mean, I shouldn't say there's no good writers left because there's a few shows and movies that have that are better. But there's so many more that are just terrible. Gravy. I'll give it a chance. Yeah, same. That's where I'm at. Because I want some entertainment. Blumhouse wants to reboot Friday. See, another reboot. I can see him doing a series. Chucky popped off when it went to TV. Yeah, you're right, Project Egg Roll. But see, so I like Chucky. I've met Alex Vincent. He's a sweetheart. He was so much fun to chat with and hear stories because he was 6 years old when he first started Child's Play. Um, and I'm a fan of the OG. I mean, I'm gonna be Tiffany for Halloween. I can't wait. Um, and I enjoyed the first season. I thought it was very well done. And the fact that they took what's his name? Hold on, I gotta look it up. What? Brad Dourif, I always forget it. They took Fiona, his daughter, and they put makeup on her to make a young Charles Lee Ray. It's like they actually cared. So I was so excited. Like ask Trey, he was pumped too. I was like, all right, I watched the first season of Chucky and I really liked it. Of course, there was the campiness in it. It's Chucky, but then they overdid like identity politics and stuff. And I haven't watched. I watched maybe the first 2 episodes of season 2, and are they going on to 3 or 4 right now? It was unfortunate because I really had such high hopes because they really tried in the first season. I might check out this newest season that's gonna air though because it's like Chucky going to the White House, and I'm like, "What?" Like, I'm just curious of what the heck they're gonna do, so I might check it out. Um, the remix to the remix, exactly. My only criticism of movies used to be boring. But when it happened to everything, I had to think about why. It's true. That's fair. What's up, Sonia? How are you? The funny thing is the original plan for the Halloween movies was to make them an anthology series, and Mikey was supposed to be a one-off. Studio said no. I was gonna bring that up, but was that Friday the 13th that you're thinking of, or were they gonna do that with Halloween as well? They were gonna do it with both, weren't they? Wait, no, Friday the 13th did have like a little almost Friday the 13th was gonna be like a Twilight Zone thing, right? What's up, Wiley Dave? Yeah, I remember. Actually, you're right, Azur, because that's why they had Season of the Witch, and Mikey wasn't even like in it, or he wasn't. Okay. Trying to catch up on chat's going wild tonight. Thank you. You could have breakfast at Tiffany's. What is that? Are you dissing breakfast at Tiffany's, Disparu? I don't understand. What do you mean by that? I love breakfast at Tiffany's. Holly Golightly. Yeah, true. What's up, Boss Hog? 3 right now? Okay, so this is the 3rd one. Okay, so I didn't watch the 2nd season. He might, I hope that they don't go, but probably. Oh, Disparu's like it's so funny. I say Disparu's like, "You literally just, like, said" he's got so much patience for me. He does. We love Disparu, and he does the sauciest hair flip in the world. What was the last good horror movie in the chat's opinion? So, I never saw Megan, but I heard that was a good movie. In my opinion, the last good horror movie that I watched was Barbarian. That messed me up though. Like, what? Like, but it was a psychological thriller, and you just weren't ready. Sorry, I'm laughing at Disbrew. You weren't ready for like I don't want to give anything away. If you haven't watched Barbarian yet, I suggest watching it. It's worth the watch. It'll might mess you up a little bit though. It was whew, that's my opinion. But that's thanks for that question. And Raider, thank you so much for the 100 Raider. Nothing, not even a dragon. But thank you, Raider.
Groovy.
I have to upload that. Hold on. Can I do it while I'm live? Where are my videos? Add a video clip. Here we go. Yes. Hold on. It's uploading right now. Please hold. This is Disbrew's audition for he's coming out with a new shampoo.
Please.
Oh,
Oh my
yes. Oh,
Because I'm worth it.
Disbrew. I didn't see that one. Talk to me? Okay. All right, let's look. I want to see. Do you think the Five Nights at Freddy's horror movie looks good? So I'm not that I'm not a fan of the game. I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I've seen gameplay of it. I watched, Markiplier play it a lot. Just I've watched YouTubers play it. Sorry. What's up, Holy Nuck? What is your thing? Holy Nuckfuts, aka Nerd Slap? It confused me for a second because your name's not usually that long. I think I would give it a chance. I'll probably watch it. I think it's gonna be campy as heck, but in a good way. I like that. So for me, the type of horror movies I like, I've said this before, so sorry if you're hearing me repeat this. I've said it a few times, but I know people because I play a lot of horror games. People just think we're done talking about this, so let's stop sharing. People think that horror movies are my favorite genre. They're not. I just really enjoy movies in general. I have a wide range of the types of movies I like. Mostly comedy, I would say, is my favorite. But when it comes to horror, I love psychological horror. I'm not big on gore, and I understand that all horror movies have some gore in it, but when they rely heavily on the gore and that's just what the focus is, that's not really my thing. Um, but I also like the campy old school, like 80s. Definitely, that's, like, my favorite. My favorite horror movie ever is Evil Dead 2. Um, Good stuff. Okay. I want a good Swamp Thing. What's up, Isaac? I want a good Swamp Thing horror movie with all the gore. Thanks, Sonia. That's a good one, and that's a classic. I seen Mel Brooks play, and it was great. Hold on, that cord is bugging me. I gotta fix it. Give me a second. Please hold. Catching my eye, my cord fell. Better. Okay, we're back. Did I knock over my candle? There. All right, sorry. That was really bugging me. I have like a It's not OCD, but, I don't like when things look messy, and that must have fell because I was messing with my stuff. Okay. Uh, but yeah, I actually seen Young Frankenstein, um oh, yeah, I didn't even think well, alright. Um, let's see, what do we wanna talk about next? Hold on. No socks. Wait, you guys couldn't see my feet, could you? Hi, Jay. And um, what were we Oh, nice, holy nut butts. What are you're gonna stream? Awesome. Mel Brooks is a legend. Yes. Nikki's here. Hi, Nikki. Thank you. It's real spooky. I don't know what I'm gonna do when Halloween's over. He's gonna stay though. His name is Bartholomew. He's a very fancy ghost, and I'm gonna put a Christmas hat on him and stuff. He's staying. All right. I don't know what I want to talk about next. We got 94 people in here. Okay. Since there's 94 people in here now, I made you guys wait 30 minutes for the announcement. I'll just say it now and then I'll say it again later. So, Wicked's World's moving to Thursdays because is Disparu still in the chat? You better still be here. Um, oh god, I still have a comment up. Boomerang. Starting next Saturday, we're starting a new show. Wow. Bye. Me, X-Ray Girl, and Disparu are starting a show. It's gonna be on my channel, and it's gonna be every Saturday. It's gonna be called Saucy Saturdays. And me and Extra Girl are gonna drink wine. This Drew's gonna drink whiskey and maybe milk because I still don't understand why you had milk next to your desk when you were drinking whiskey, but you're British. It's okay. Um, so yeah, that's the announcement. New show. So Wicked's World's gonna move to Thursdays because on Saturday, new show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys loved us together. Who would have thought a Brit, a Canadian, and an American would put on such a good show? There's nothing wrong with milk, but you were drinking whiskey. You sent us. He literally he's like, "Oh, I forgot what we were even talking about." He's just like, um, he's like, "And I got milk." Oh, we are talking about what we keep near our desks, and me and Extra Girl had like water, lip balm, and he's like, "I got milk." There's nothing wrong with milk, but like, why was it next to your desk? Oh, we should, Nikki. That's a good idea. I'll run it by my co-hosts. That's a really good idea. Thanks, Nikki. Drink your milk like a man. I'm a woman. Going to take the elephant in the room, but I am sorry to say, Wicked Virtue, you do not have to have the face to be Freddy. I know it hurts, but it had to be said. Wow. Thanks, Raider. Jay, thanks for the info. Someone get Jay some Gas X. Okay, she go moo. Diversity, yes. Disparu and X-Ray Girl are my diverse co-hosts. So you guys, that chat, listen, that live went off. That's my second most viewed video ever besides the one with Anna, which it's creeping up on it. Like I didn't think that I would get at least not this soon. The stream with Anna had a lot. But you guys seem to really like that. I got my first thank you like in the comments on that video. So thanks. People really like Drunk Disparu. Here. One more for Saucy Saturdays.
Please, please.
Oh,
Oh my
yes.
oh, I
Oh,
want
Because I'm worth it.
that's Disparu's commercial for his new shampoo. Okay, so I guess everybody in my chat has gas. Wonderful. That stream. Yeah, so yeah, that's why we decided to we're going to do it every week now. But we're going to have topics actually. We're going to go off topic a lot. But yeah, we're actually going to have topic. It's going to be legit, guys. Don't It's going to be a lot of fun. Me and X-Ray and Disparu have been talking about it. Disparu says he wears leggings when he's on camera. I believe it. I believe it. Ian, thank you for the 50. You, Disparu, and Extra are going weekly. Well, I picked the wrong week to quit drinking. Just joking. I never quit drinking. Ian, thank you so much for the 50. It's gonna be 8, same time. We're just gonna go 8 to 10, even though Disparu gets mad that we don't go for longer. When we stopped last week, he was like, "We just started getting saucy, and then you're gonna leave." So, yeah, so 8 to 10 on Saturdays, same time that Wicked's World was, usually, but I'm just moving Wicked's World to Thursdays. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun. A new shampoo called Milk. Ew. Greg's. What's Greg's? What's going on? Is something going on over on Rumble? Oh, never mind. Wicked did not chug. I'm not gonna chug. I wasn't gonna drink today, but I just had a little bit of rum. I'm not getting drunk. I'm just sipping. Leave me alone. Why do you guys want me to be that drunk all the time? Am I not fun when I'm sober? Is that what you do, Disparu? You bathe in milk? What did Roto say? I don't even want to know. Okay. You guys are making me go off top. I got topics. What's up, Demajani and Unlimited Power? Yeah, working on it. We do. Yeah. We're working on it. I'm working on the opening right now. Disparu's getting highly objectified in it, by the way. Uh, what do we want to talk about? Got a couple things here. Let's talk about this lady, Jada Pinkett Smith. Got some thoughts. So, is anybody surprised by this? I mean, I think the biggest surprise that Will Smith and Jada haven't been together for I think it said 7 years, we'll read it in the article, is like that he slapped why'd he slap Chris Rock then? Like, damn, that makes it even that makes him look even worse. Like anyways. Yes, she is. Yeah, okay, so Jada Pinkett Smith breaks silence on marriage, Oscar slap, and her path to self-acceptance. Okay. I don't sh I don't even know if that's playing. Should be my first guest. Yeah. I was surprised she claimed she didn't know he slapped him until the police arrived. She was right there. Okay. She was literally right there. Okay, everyone saw that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that she's making a book. All these celebrities make books. They're like, "I'm gonna make bank off this." Like, look at Britney's family. Her sister made a book, telling her side of the story, and she's a terrible person too. Jamie Lynn Spears, like, yeah, yeah, she laughed, right, Lulu? I remember. Listen, Trey, too soon. But, he probably would've kept her in check. I don't know. I mean, I don't personally know. Obviously, I don't know Tupac, but I don't know. And that's another thing. Before we dive into this article, I wanna talk about that. I do think 'cause she said that he proposed to her in jail. I think that Tupac probably was, like, her soulmate or something. I don't know if you guys believe in that, but maybe that's who she actually loved, right? And then he died, so, she kinda settled for Will, but that doesn't make it okay that she just ruined this man completely. But anyway, I'm not giving her a pass on that. I'm just saying, from the start, her and Will probably weren't a good match. Raider, thank you for the 50. Are you spitting fire at Ian? Uh, thank you, Raider. Yeah, sure, not surprised. Not sure why I'm surprised. Kind of by the course. Yeah, she's gonna make a lot of money. People are gonna eat this up. Damn, damn. She didn't settle, she's beneath him. You're right, Disparu. It's really sad. Especially in the 90s, I loved Will Smith, like the Men in Black. I even liked the Wild Wild West, Independence Day. Like he was Bad Boys. Bad Boys that's one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. Both of them. Bad Boys 1 and 2. I didn't see 3 though. I didn't hear much about that. But I really Will Smith was like the it man, right? And now um but yeah, no, you're right, I'm just saying in her mind, right? Like if she was in love with Tupac and then he passed away, so she settled for Will. But I agree with that comment there, Disparu. Nikki said Jada is such an obnoxious bitch. Tupac is rolling in his grave because she keeps running her mouth. Damn, Nikki. You're right though. Will Smith needs to leave this house so he can grow his balls back. You're not wrong. I was a kid, Americans. I didn't mind it. That song, it was a bop, okay? Leave me alone. Um, so where was I going with this? So there's been talks about how they had an open marriage, right? And they both were, I mean, we know. We already know this. But there's a big allegedly, supposedly, she got mad. Like she didn't care who he was hooking up with, and he I don't know, maybe didn't care who she was hooking up with. But Margot Robbie, you know they had a thing. You guys saw the pictures. We all saw the pictures in the photo booth and they had their shirts up and stuff. You don't do that with your buddy, okay? They were definitely hooking up, Margot and Will, right? And then, Jada wasn't okay with that, and here's some more receipts to prove that, right? It's allegedly, okay? This is all allegedly, but what is Will doing right now? Why wasn't he in the second Suicide Squad? Because Jada was like, "Nope." Yeah. Um, Thank you, Nikki, exactly. Calm down, Americus. Jada might be worse than Amber Heard, you might be right. Yeah, she slept with her son's friend, like, those kids, I feel bad for those kids. Hollywood kids, like, some parents, they do a decent job keeping their kids separated from this crap, right? Um, like, for instance, this is an example of someone who tried. Johnny Depp did not want Lily Rose to be in this, like, Hollywood at all, but she dove headfirst. She's a model and an actress, so she followed in her mama's and her daddy's footsteps. She's gorgeous, though. She's Lily Rose Depp is very beautiful, but, yeah, Johnny Depp was not happy about that, and I don't blame him. He knows what Hollywood is. Um, Nannies raise their kids. Yeah, that's right. Borg Porg, thank you for the $5. What's the most disturbing horror movie you've seen so far? Excusion? I said that word wrong. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer and Freeway 2 are disturbing AF. Most disturbing horror movies? Trying to think. Listen, The Exorcist is still holds very high. I watched The Exorcist once and never again, and I don't watch Exorcist movies after that. In high school, I had a friend who was heavily into horror, and she got me to watch it, and I was like, "Nope." And I remember she tried getting me to watch, what was the one with the girl from Dexter, the sister from Dexter? What was it called? The Emily Rose, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. We had a sleepover with a bunch of people, a bunch of girls, and they were like so excited to watch it. I was like, "I'm going to bed," and everyone thought I was a baby, but I was like, "I'm not watching this. It freaks me out, man. I hate Exorcist stuff." So I think Exorcist is still up there, but Barbarian, I don't know if I could watch that again. I still suggest watching it. It's not like it's a psychological thriller for sure. It was pretty disturbing though. Yeah, yeah, that one. Yeah, it wasn't oh, I never saw Audition, but I've seen clips of it and that looks twisted. How the lore says the Will Smith and Jada marriage is a scary movie as well. It is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's get into this stupid article and see what this woman has to say. I don't know how I watched some of these movies when I was younger. Yeah, I didn't. I actually didn't. So my aunt, through marriage, not blood, my mom was so mad about this. When I was 5, she made me watch all 3 of the Chucky movies that were out at that time, and I was terrified. My older brother had a My Buddy doll, and I was real scared. My mom was mad because she doesn't watch horror movies. No, she does not. She's not into that at all, and she was real mad. Um Human Centipede, Hostel 1 and 2, and Audition. So, I've never watched Human Centipede, but I know what it's about, I'm sure it's very, messed up. Hostel, I don't watch those movies because, again, I mentioned this earlier in my stream, when it comes to horror movies, I'm not into the heavy gore. Like, if there's obviously, horror movies have gore in it, but when they rely very heavily on it and there's not, like, a good story, not saying there's not a good story with Hostels, but the stuff like that and, like, Wrong Turn and The Hills Have Eyes, stuff like that, mm-mm. Lulu doesn't like Chucky. Yeah, exactly, Soul Assassin. I don't watch that stuff. Um, okay, so here we go. Here we go, and that's the first words. Okay. Here we go, Jada Pinkett Smith whispers to herself. She's gotta hype herself up to make everyone else look like the bad guy. Um, The Los Angeles photo studio is quiet. Jada is about to speak about her life and what a life it has been up to this point. From the streets of Baltimore, where she sold drugs, and to the zenith of Hollywood. Oh, I hate when these stupid ads pop up. Get out of here. Oh, it's not an ad, it's a video. Okay. And it's there, right at the very height of moviedom, front row at the Academy Awards in 2022, where she watched her husband Will Smith slap Chris Rock. See, it says it right there. She watched. I know Lulu's right. I'm pretty sure she like laughed and it was like, damn, you like she messed that man up. Anyways. On live television, after Rock made a joke about Jada's shaved head, she lives with alopecia. Oh no, you can't make jokes. Oh, shut up. I thought this is a skit. Like many people watching the incident unfold on live TV, she didn't believe it was real at first. I was like, there's no way that Will hit him, Jada 52 recalls. It wasn't until Will started to walk back to his chair that I even realized it wasn't a skit. The first words she uttered to Will once they were alone after the show were, "Are you okay?" Yeah, right, didn't she give him the I swear, we have to look at the clip again. Didn't she, like, give him the that look, like she did, right? She did. Listen, this she's playing innocent, and she's not. The answer is a work in progress, one that Jada has written about among many other topics, including her difficult childhood and their complicated marriage, and her riveting new book, Worthy. That's what she titled it? Mm. Okay. Out October 17th. Listen, also what comes out this month is Britney Spears' book, and I'm gonna read that one, not this one. I'm going to be by his side, she says, of her 55-year-old husband, but also allow him to have to figure this out for himself. Oh, so you're gonna let him make his own choices now. That's probably good. But Jada, as she details in her book, had quite a life before March 27th, 2022. Perhaps lives is a better way to put it. I was living a lot of them at one time. I'm sure you were. Okay, I don't care. Along the way, she I don't care about her childhood. Sorry, we're skipping that paragraph. Okay, so of course, along the way, she met a young, hot actor named Will. After meeting multiple times in passing, and once he got divorced from his first wife, Shira Zampino, he called Jada and asked, "Who are you going with?" Who are you going out with? Replying that she was single, Will declared, "Well, you're going out with me now." Laughing at the recollection, Jada says, "Can you believe I fell for that?" Damn, what? That's not a bad line. Girl, Brittany's new book is Knives Out. Leave Brittany alone, man. The girl's been through a lot. Oh, that was funny. Ian, thank you for another 50. I honestly think that Jada is more of a narcissist than Amber and more of a clown than Raider. Ah, hey. So Ian and Raider have a friendly rivalry, guys, in case you didn't know. It usually unfolds on my kick streams, but it looks like they took the gloves off and they brought it to YouTube. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. That's game. That's when he still was a man. That's kind of pimp, but he nabbed Jada. So she probably came off as like a strong woman or something. Like I'm sure I don't know, man. He saw what he wanted and he went for it. And sometimes what you want isn't good for you. Take this as a learning. You gotta, guys. I'm just saying, careful, guys and girls. You gotta be careful. Oh God, look at the cover. Stop. Okay. Her life has been filled with immense highs, touring with her band Wicked Wisdom. Ah, she's got Wicked in there. Darn it. Gotta change my name now. I'm just kidding. The births of her two children, her bonus son, Trey, from Will's first marriage. Her bonus son? That's what they call him? Does anyone else think that's kind of messed up? Her bonus son. That's weird. Hi, wait, A2, I'm sorry. You posted something earlier. Hold on. I'm sorry, A2. Uh, where is it? Where is it? There it is. A2's been a member for 4 months. A2 and Hokies were my first members. Thank you. Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. Perfect timing, A2. See, I saved it for good timing. Bonus. Tell me that's okay. I say, tell me that's not messed up. Could you imagine being a kid and like your parents got remarried and your stepmom was uh-oh. Your stepmom was like, "You're my bonus daughter. You're my bonus son." I'd be like, "Yeah, okay." Um, Lulu, another 4-month member. Yes. It's the 4-month anniversary today. I think, yeah. So it's been, you guys were my first, the 4-month squad. So I've been monetized on here for 4 months now. Dang. Um, where was I? That's messed up though. Anyways. And creating the show Red Table Talk and lows and even lower lows, she says. And yet she says it's at the lowest part where she began to find clarity. You want to know, I watched one. I got caught up in the stupid drama of this. I was just interested. I don't care about the Kardashians or anything, right? But it was all over the Red Table Talk with, can't even remember her name right now. Lulu, what? Okay. Like a bonus hole, I'm sorry. Um, but I watched one Red Table Talk. I couldn't bring myself to actually watch the interview that she did with Will because, yeah, it was too much seeing him like that. Like, damn, dude. But she did a Red Table Talk with the Kylie's best friend that slept with Chloe's boyfriend or husband or something. I don't know. I don't know the drama, but I watched it and it was I think her name was Jordan, right? She was the black girl and she painted herself as like the victim and I was like, "Yeah, is that what this show is about? Dumb." Uh Remember for 3 months. Sorry, I missed the first month. Well, you should be, Roto. You should be. Um oh, you did, but I'm going to say it again, Charlie. I'll after I finish this article, I will say it again. Thank you. Okay. Jada is aware of how her life looked from the outside, especially about a decade ago. The glamour and the smiles, the mansion gowns and movie premieres, they have it all of it all. But while I was really living the dream, I hit a huge wall, a massive amount of depression. I think that I looked at having outside sources to supplement for the voids that I was feeling inside. She said the voices were incoming. So she's got voices in her head now. A little bit crazy. Um, don't feel bad, Rhoda. I'm just messing with you. You're fine. She had voices in her head saying, "Just kill yourself." Well, that's, you're not worth anything. You ain't shit. Jada began to plot her death. Dang. Do you think this is true though, or she's like, because she's come out and she just looks like this basically like evil, vindictive woman that just tore Will Smith down, messed up her kids. Like, come on, could you imagine? She slept with, and her kids aren't even that old. How old is Jaden? He's like 20. Hold on. Jaden Smith. He's only 25. And this happened like what, a couple years ago? Like, come on. She's trying to yes, Trey. Press X to doubt. Exactly, Americus. Yeah. Anyways, that's insane. Okay, so let's skip. She's uh Jada says her husband and children as adults have also taken oh wait, what is that? Ayakusha helped me. It gave me, what is that? Is that like therapy? Ayahukasha? I don't know what that is. Help gave me a new intimate relationship with myself that I had never had before. Just go for a walk. Like, okay. Jada says since the first time she took the drug, oh, it's a drug. It makes you no wonder. What the heck? Okay, I didn't know what that was. I'm like, seriously, just go for a walk. Well, the suicide thought's one week. Okay. Oh no. Fake hippies think it shows you the meaning of life. I've never heard about shrooms. Yeah. Just take shrooms. It's probably better for you. Don't don't listen to me, guys. I'm not telling you to do that. Yes, just it's found in some form. So it's kind of like with shrooms then. Yeah, just go for a walk. That's my advice. Don't take I was just kidding. I don't want anyone to do that. Yes. Okay. Drugs are bad. All right. So she says her husband and children as adults have also, and she has to put as adults. Yeah, I'm sure that her kids weren't doing anything funky as teenagers because it's Hollywood kids. It must be the cure for alopecia. God. Um, she knows that her family life and in particular her marriage are a topic of fascination for many people. She remembers how they first got together. Will called me up one day and said, "Hit me when you get to LA," and then click, and I was like, "Whoa, okay." See, he was like he had game. He was a man. He knew what he wanted, and then now what happened? So when I got to LA, I called him, like, he was in control, right? Not anymore, like, I wonder when the shift happened. Once they got together, Jada says there was no turning back. She was, at the time, while her career was taking off, being treated for depression, suicidal in ideation, and taking medication. Once I met Will, I completely abandoned my mental health. I was so intoxicated by him and with our dynamic, I really felt like I'm cured. She stopped taking Prozac. He became the drug. Okay. Don't listen to Trey. She's a true narc, does not have a publicist to tell her to shut the F up. Yeah, PR person. Probably not. She's probably too, like, she thinks that she could do better, you know what I mean? Yeah, narcissist. We're still figuring it out, Jada says, of the state of their marriage. Seriously, they were most people, they'll be separated for maybe like a year, and if it don't work out, call it quits. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm just a girl on YouTube. What do I know? But let's be separated and sleep with a bunch of different people for 7 years, and we'll still figure this out. Um, yep. Ding, ding, ding. She says they've been separated for 6 years before the Oscars. We've been doing some really heavy duty work together. We just got deep love for each other, and we're gonna figure out what that looks like for us. As for our kids, my children, they're little gurus. They've taught me a deep sense of self acceptance. God. Um, they love every part of me, she says, of Jaden 25, Willow 23, and Trey 30. Is Trey the bonus son? Jeez. The level of love, unconditional love that they have for me and their dad. It's one thing to want to be the person that gives unconditional love, and then there's to be the recipient of that. Jada remembers a moment Jaden saved her life. I've learned how to tune into each one of them and understand their superpowers. This sounds like some weird stuff. To tune into them. Like they probably pray to Mother Earth. And so when Jaden came to me that day, he's like, "Mom, you gotta hear this. My friend's dad, he had this experience. I need you to come in here and listen." And I'm like, "I'm there. What is it?" And it opened up a whole new world of healing that I'm so grateful for. Okay. Um, this is a book cover though. It looks like I don't know. What is she doing? Oh, of course, Nikki, their kid's probably brainwashed by her. Absolutely. I bet you Jaden and Willow were both, like, the type that, like, "Well, my mama said," like, I know that's a joke, like, the Ricky Bobby what or not Ricky Bobby, Bobby Boucher. "Mama said," that's them. Disparu, I actually agree with her that there's no such thing as divorce, but the problem was doing it in the first place. Yeah, I don't know, man. They pray to the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is like, "I'm a giant ball of gas. Who the F are you? You need Jesus." Yeah. You know, after this article, I need to take a little sip from my rum. Um It's like the Bad Boys. Was it Bad Boys, 1 or 2? I can't remember. With the mom? They I forgot, they were talking about it was hit they were in the, like, the back of, like, a Best Buy or something, and they were talking about something and it sounds sexual, but it wasn't, and the whole, store seen it, and the lady's like, "Y'all what the F is need Jesus," and then she's like, "Cover your ears, baby," to her kids. That fits. I should get that clip. I like that. I'm gonna get that clip with the edited version. Yeah, I know, like, how that's just rude, okay? That's just rude. That's, oh, here we go. You know what? I got the perfect clip for that.
That's so messed up. That's messed up.
That's it. That's all. Yeah, the second one. Thank you. I haven't used that clip in a while, but there we go. Yeah, me too. I love the movies, but I haven't seen the 3rd one yet, but I love both of them. Um, uh, let's talk about something not so bad. Well, is this bad though? Uh Let's talk about, is anybody here, let's get this, out of the way, because I don't know how many of you are into Scott Pilgrim, but I loved the movie. I actually am gonna read the graphic novels before the show because I'm planning on doing a video for every episode. I wish I would have done it with Fiona and Cake. If you guys know, you know. Who cares if I have a chaser? I usually don't. I have this for energy, okay? This is an energy thing. I'm tired. Leave me alone, Roto. Um, so I'm excited for the Scott Pilgrim show that's coming. It's an anime. Yes, I love the movie. I played the game. I love the movie. I need to read all of the graphic novels, and I'm gonna do that before the show because I plan on doing a video. I wish I would have done it with Fiona and Cake. If you know what that is, it's an Adventure Time continuation. Thanks, Nikki. Yeah, and listen, I've been kind of bad lately. Not lately. I've been okay lately, but I was bad for a little bit where I was for a little bit. I was just drinking my rum with ice, like, and so I'm like, you know what? Maybe today I'll give myself a day. It's just Celsius water. It's good though. If you guys haven't tried these, it's really good. It gives you a little energy. And I probably shouldn't be drinking it at 9 o'clock, but maybe I will do a kick stream after this because I'm gonna be awake. I love Scott Pilgrim. Fiona Cake was great. Yes. You know what, Trey? Don't you say a word about Adventure Time. I'm not going to talk to you for 5 minutes if you say a bad word about it. Let's see what's going over on Rumble. Uh, got 15 people over there soon. Thanks. I see Psychotic Mongoose over there. GG Lucas still over there. Thank you guys. What am I grounded for? It's good to be hydrated. Yeah. Not yet, Haldor. I'll look, but Scott Pilgrim is great. So here we go. Let's talk a little bit about that. There's this I forgot what podcast I was watching that showed this, but there's something called Pirate Water, and it's like they have a couple different flavors, but there's a margarita one, and it's a really cool looking pirate can, and I was like, "You got me on pirate." So I plan on reviewing every episode. I've never done that before, but well, I should have done it with Fiona and Cake, but oh well, too late now. I'm gonna do it with Scott Pilgrim though. So Netflix's Scott Pilgrim Takes Off isn't just a movie rehash. That's interesting. Exclusive Scott Pilgrim Takes Off co-showrunners and producers Brian Lee O'Malley and Ben David Grabansky discussed their Netflix anime adaptation. It's been 13 years since the popular comic book series Scott Pilgrim, created by Brian Lee O'Malley, was adapted into cult classic live action film Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. O'Malley and co-showrunner Ben David Grabinsky are bringing a new vision of Scott Pilgrim to life on Netflix this November with the eagerly anticipated original anime series Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, crafting an engagingly fresh take on O'Malley's action-packed coming of age story. That makes me a little bit nervous. A fresh take. And it's peach. Okay, it's peach. It's not actually it's Celsius water. It's like an energy drink and there's no like added sugars and stuff. So and there's a little bit of energy and caffeine into it. Um um so and I know Trey, but they're hit or miss, but when they hit, it's really good. I know you personally didn't like One Piece, but I loved it. I am enjoying the anime now. Um they've had some good hits. So I'm gonna yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. America's fresh take equals adopted from outer audiences. I hope not. I hope not. I don't know, Charlie. We'll have to continue to read and see. And yeah, Mecca. It is great that they got the whole cast back for voice work. So where was I on this? The duo aren't alone with filmmaker. Yep, there it is. Edgar Wright, who helmed Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, joining the anime production. That makes me feel a little bit better when they have one, one of the originator. Gosh, I can't talk. Original, like the creator or somebody that worked on an original like movie or show, whatever they're adapting. That makes me feel a little bit better. Case in point, One Piece, because they had the creator there the whole time telling them like, yeah. And yes, I'm actually trying to get into that. I haven't had that much time. Before I go to sleep, I always watch like 3 episodes of One Piece because they're like 20 minutes long. Uh, and that's what I do. But I am trying to watch Cyberpunk. I'm late on that. Sting it, A2. um So he's joining Edgar's joining the anime production as an executive producer along with the fan favorite cast from the 2010 movie reprising their roles. For the uninitiated, Scott Pilgrim follows the uh, eponymous, I can't say that word, I'm so sorry, 20-something as he and his band try to make a name for themselves in their native Toronto. After falling hard for local delivery carrier Ramona Flowers, Scott must prove his worth by fighting her evil exes in progressively more intense video game inspired battles. However, Scott has to ask hard questions about his own sense of self worth as he endures a whole line of kinetic and stylish showdowns. You say it, Hokies. Eponymous? 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 No, that's easy. That's easy. I think too much. When words look weird, I think too much about it. Okay? Leave me alone. I can read. I read good. All right. So Scott Pilgrim Takes Off follows not only Wright's 2010 film, but also a well-received video game. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. I love the game. I should play that on Kick one of these days. I'll get it on Switch. Or Steam. They have it on Steam. I'll get it on Steam. Which had its own distinct take on O'Malley's original story. For O'Malley himself, a longtime anime fan, and he and Grabinski wanted to take full advantage of the anime format and explore a creative freshness to the familiar narrative. The comic, the movie, and the game were all their own what the heck? Idiosyncratic take on the story, O'Malley says. This was our ethos at the start of this. This is an anime, so let's embrace the anime-ness of it all and make this anime Scott Pilgrim more than anything else. That freed us up to think about it in new ways. Led by director Abel Gongora and producer En Young Choi, Tokyo-based animation studio Science Saru studied the Scott Pilgrim comic books extensively and as well as O'Malley's separate artwork, including fan art he made. O'Malley and Grabinski visited Science Saru's offices in Japan as production on the series progressed. With the showrunners impressed by how much the studio analyzed O'Malley's signature art style, they came back and used iconic images from the book in new contexts. They did all their homework and their due diligence, O'Malley recalls. That makes me feel better. Um, Oh yeah, we should. We'll do a watch party. I'll guys for my YouTube members, we're gonna set up um probably Evil Dead 2 soon. Okay, so this level of visual fidelity carried over to Science Saru, not only recreating an animation style that matched O'Malley's, but recon reconcil reconciling the artist's sensibilities O'Malley displayed in the earlier volumes of Scott Pilgrim with his visual evolution across the comic book series run into a cohesive and instantly recognizable presentation for anime. Okay, this article's a lot longer than I expected. So I actually have some faith since they have Edgar Wright on it and they did their homework. The problem with some of these, right? Like here, we're gonna we're gonna pull the Last of Us show and we're gonna talk about that with this. They didn't let them play the games, which is so dumb. Like, why not let them learn all the source material before they're gonna portray these characters? So this makes me feel a bit better that they read their novels and they probably played the game, and I'm sure they watched the live action movie before working on the anime. So I'm happy. We'll see. I have faith that might be done well, but again, it's very hit or miss with Netflix, like The Witcher, a miss. One Piece, a hit. Uh, yeah, we'll see. Ah, Raider. Raider gave me a I didn't know what that was. He gave me a super thanks. I got another super thanks on the video with this Brood X-ray girl. Here's your second thanks. Oh, it's 50. I thought it was 5. Thanks for the 50. Raider, here's your second thanks. One of the replies can be thanks you too. I didn't say that. Thank you, Raider. So there we go. But yes, okay, so I'll announce this again. There's less people in here now, but maybe different people. I said this earlier. I know Charlie Stevenson was missed it. What's up, Biggles? So Yeah, same A2. I think it might be on Kindle. I might do that because that might be a bit easier for me. Like while I'm cleaning and doing stuff around the house and I'm out, I can listen to the book. But yeah, that's so sweet. Ian. um, so the big announcement was Wicked's World is gonna be moving to Thursdays because on Saturdays on my channel, I'm starting a new show called Saucy Saturdays with X-Ray Girl and Disparu. You guys liked us so much, we decided to make a show. So that's it. That's the announcement again. I'm very excited. We're gonna have topics. It's gonna be I feel like I didn't push it up. It's gonna be pop culture based, like nerd conversations, gaming and stuff, just fun, we're gonna have topics, but we're also gonna go off on rants because I mean, let's be real. Disparu's gonna be there. So there's gonna be rants. Um so there we go. There's the announcement again. I hope you guys are as excited as we are. That video took off though. Like I know you guys love me and X-Ray Girl together, and I've had Disparu before. He was one of my first guests. I think Disparu was actually my second guest ever on Wicked's World. Um Saucy with Disparu, yeah. I'm the most relaxed, agreeable person in the world. Just make sure you got the milk or you need the milk. I know. I love rants too. That's the whole thing. We were supposed to what's up, Asperian? We were supposed to talk more in depth about like the whole Britney Spears situation. But like once I started watching the video like about the conspiracy that her wedding was fake, I'm like, and we were just having more fun talking about whatever it was that we were talking about. So we just ended up not really covering it. We talked a little bit about it, but all right. What do we have next? Oh, max that out. I'm not subscribing to read that article. I'm glad Americus isn't here for this one because I know Frasier's your favorite show, right? You mentioned that. Oh wait, hold on a second. So I loved Frasier. I think that's one of the best spin-offs that's ever been made. Like there's some would say that Frasier was better than Cheers. I don't think that they're I would say they're equally as great. I love Frasier and Cheers. I've been to Cheers, when I was in Boston. Frasier was a really well done but I'm upset about a couple of things. Niles was my favorite character, and he's not gonna be there. I love Niles. I remember quick little story time with Wicked. I remember me and my mom were, like, sick, like, flu, like, it was bad, like, we were super sick, and it was a Valentine's Day. I was really young, and this is when it was due, so I was, like, I don't know, I was real young. Um, in the Valentine's Day episode, if you know, you know. We laughed we were so sick, but we laughed so freaking hard with Niles. He was at Frasier's apartment getting ready for a date, and he's sitting there waiting for his date, and he notices if you know Niles, a character, he's very OCD and he had like a wrinkle in his pants, and he's sitting there like messing with it. Like he's a great actor. Um and he's sitting there trying to fix the wrinkle in his pants, and he's like and he goes to he notices like a string and so there's like a little rip so he he takes a needle, thread needle to fix it, and he accidentally stabs himself. And when he sees any type of blood, he passes out. So he got his finger, and he's like he just passes out for a minute. Then he gets up. And he's like, oh, okay. And then but he goes to iron his pants, and at one point he leaves the iron on the pants, and he sees the blood. Like he had like a napkin on his finger, and it fell off, and he passed out, and it started a fire. Oh my god, yeah, that was after he divorced Meredith. Yeah. Yeah, I love Niles. I like Roz too, and the dad. And I mean, he can't come back obviously because he passed away. I went to Cheers in Boston. The girl behind the bar lost count of how many beers I had. Damn, Ian. I feel like hanging out with Ian in person would get me in trouble. Like, so like say it like me and X-Ray Girl. If we ever meet Ian, we're probably going to be in a lot of trouble. But anyways, the Frasier reboot cast, how the spinoff will be different from the original. It's gonna be on Paramount Plus. I gotta buy Paramount Plus because my mom, I had her password, and she canceled it. So I gotta get it because I want to watch. House of King, the 2nd season when it finally comes out. So, okay. It's been more than 20 years. Only 20? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It feels like it was longer. But it's been more than 20 years since a new episode has been released, but popular sitcom Frasier still has an army of loyal fans that have been begging for a reboot. Originally created as a spin-off of Cheers, the series boasts 11 seasons and a total of 264 episodes, all of which currently stream on Paramount Plus. Frasier Crane ties the record for the longest running character on TV of all time. Family fans demands have Family oh, sorry. Finally, fans' demands have been answered as Paramount Plus picked up a Frasier reboot by the same name, a spin-off of a spin-off, if you will. Though all these years later, the continuation of the series is bound to be a little different than the original. Frasier will premiere exclusively on Paramount Plus, beginning with 2 episodes on October 12th. Well, that's soon. Wait, it already started. It's the 14th. All right, I guess I gotta get Paramount Plus. Though all these years later, the continuation of the series is bound to be a little different than the original. Frasier will premiere exclusively on Paramount Plus, beginning with 2 episodes on October 12th. New episodes will drop weekly on Thursdays, accumulating in a 10-episode season. Of course, Kelsey Grammer is returning as Frasier Crane, as well as serving as one of the 3 executive producers. But what other familiar faces can you expect to see in 2023? Many fans are already disappointed by the news that David Hyde Pierce will not be returning as Niles. That makes me so sad. Like, not even a cameo. Come on. David basically decided he wasn't really interested in repeating the performance of Niles, Grammer told People. With no Niles, there will also be no Daphne Moon, Jane leaves, as it doesn't make sense for her to return without her on screen husband, and it also doesn't make sense because John Mahoney isn't going to be there. John Mahoney, who played Martin Crane, passed away in 2018. The series will pay tribute to his character. See People, Frasier with no David Hyde Pierce? I think not. Yeah, no Niles. No, like Niles was such a big part of it. Um, Characters who will be returning include Perry Gilpin as Roz Doyle and Bebe Neuwirth as Fraser's ex-wife Lilith. The pair will guest star but not be series regulars. The series focuses on Fraser's new life in Boston after moving away from Seattle, so it only makes sense to have a fresh new cast. Characters unique to the reboot include Jack Cutmore Scoot as Fraser's son Freddie, Nicholas Landhurst as Alan Tuns. His name is Tuns. That sucks. Tuns Algendoy as the head of the psychology department. Olivia. Oh, that's a her name is Tuns. That's got to be rough going to school with that name, unless you changed it. But anyways, Jess Salguero as Freddie's roommate Eve, and Anders Keith as Fraser's nephew David. Frasier will get up to his usual antics in Boston while trying to mend his relationship with his estranged son Freddie. Reboots are always a bit risky, so it is to be determined whether this one will be a success for Paramount. So, what do you guys think about this? The Golden Years. I don't crave reboots anymore. The ads for it have looked terrible. Oh, see you later, Roto. Yeah, I Niles was my favorite. I'm upset that he's not going to be there. My light fell. Oh, we're just gonna keep it. Whatever. I'm not getting up again. Paramount is also hit or miss. Probably Wiley Dave. I don't know. No Eddie. Probably not. Um, Not crazy about the move to Boston. Seattle was a good setting. Yeah, for Frasier, yeah. Maybe they thought, oh, they can, get some of that Cheers magic. I don't know. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. My bad. So I don't know if I can play this. Maybe I don't know if Disparu's in here. Maybe he could tell me if I'll get. I don't want to get clipped. Um, Oops. I thought about playing the Invincible 2 trailer, but I bet you they're gonna clip me for that. Um, Diane Chambers should be guest. Oh, I know. Diane, it sounds awful, but so far reviews have seemed upbeat. Yeah. I'll give it a go. What else are we gonna talk about here? I we'll get this one real quick because I haven't talked any video game news in a while. Yeah, I think I'd get clabbed for that, so I'm not gonna bother. So, Silent Hill 2 Remake gets promising update on Steam. A recent update on the Steam platform hints at how fans may get more news on Konami and Bloober Team's Silent Hill 2 Remake soon. I want to play this. I want it to be on Steam. Some recent changes have been made on the Silent Hill 2 Remake official Steam page, which may indicate fans will hear more about the game from Konami and Bloober Team soon. The original 2001 release of Silent Hill 2 was a hallmark of horror games that many gamers believe hasn't been topped to this day. When Konami announced back in 2022 that it would be remaking the seminal horror classic, many fans were excited but also cautious. After this reveal, however, news regarding the game has mostly been silent. I remember hearing that it wasn't going to come to PC. So if it comes to PC, I'm going to be happy. I've never played a Silent Hill game, so this would be my first time playing it, and I would definitely stream it. Several rumors have been spread about this remake throughout 2023, especially regarding its release date, with many answers and leaks giving different days or windows. This ranges from asking one of the voice actors when Silent Hill 2 remake would release to various retailers or sources giving a solidified date when being open for pre-orders. The conflicting answers and dates make things harder to determine when information is reliable or not. A new update made to the game's Steam page possibly gives an indication about how Konami and Bloober Team will give more news about it soon. Well, this is Steam, America, so I think maybe they will. So, okay, the last change made to the game's page was around 2 months ago when the copyright information was changed from Konami Digital Entertainment to just Konami, along with adding the tag for Steam achievements. The Silent Hill 2 Steam page removed Portuguese and added support for Ukrainian and Brazilian language options, according to Steam DB. Alongside this remake, Konami is publishing 3 other Silent Hill related projects, which include Silent Hill F, Silent Hill Townfall, and Silent Hill Ascension, which were all previously announced at the 2022 Silent Hill Transmission livestream event. This Steam update comes right around the same time that Silent Hill Ascension recently got its release update. With the 1 year anniversary of the previous Silent Hill Transmission live stream coming up, fans might be hearing more news from Konami in the near future, though this is just speculation at this time, and fans should wait until more official information from the publisher is given. Silent Hill 2 is currently in development for PC and PS5. See, so that's new. Like heard that they weren't gonna do PC at all, so that makes me happy. So after this stream, I think, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get on Kick tomorrow because I'm gonna go out and do some stuff. Go out into the world. It's actually not supposed to rain tomorrow. It's been pretty rainy here. It's Florida, so that happens. So I think after this stream, I'm gonna hop on Kick and play some games. So but I'll remind you guys when that happens. Let's get into this Marvel news. I feel like I haven't talked about Marvel in a while, really, because I just don't care. But this is here we go. They're resetting so much stuff. Like they're canceling. Which did they cancel the what the heck is the witch's name? Agatha from the Scarlet Witch show. I can't even. My brain is just like I don't need this information anymore. So boop. Daredevil hits reset button as Marvel overhauls its TV business. Launched during the pandemic with a playbook to shoot 150 million plus $150 million plus seasons with no pilots, the Disney unit is undergoing growing pains and seeing the logic of traditional TV culture. Agatha Harkness, thank you. Yeah, WandaVision, thank you. Oh, Agatha is still happening? Who wants it? Does anybody want that? Curious. That's chaos magic, Wanda. It didn't take long to see the problem after Marvel Studios' Daredevil Born Again paused production in mid-June during the writer's strike. Fewer than half of the series' 18 episodes have been shot. fewer than half. Damn. So like they shoot like 6 episodes. But it was enough for Marvel executives, including Chief Kevin Feige, to review the footage and come away with a clear-eyed assessment. The show wasn't working. Dang. So in late September, Marvel quietly let go of head writers Chris Ord and Matt Corman, and also released the directors from the remainder of the season as part of a significant creative reboot of the series. The Hollywood Reporter has learned the studio is now on the hunt for new writers and directors for the project, which stars Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, a blind lawyer turned superhero. The Daredevil revamp is the latest in a series of growing pains for Marvel Television. Since debuting the Emmy winning WandaVision in January 2021, the studio, which dominated the film industry in the 2010s, has released more than 50 hours of TV programming after creating a small screen division from the ground up during the pandemic. Through it all, the company eschewed the traditional TV making model. It didn't commission pilots, but instead shot entire $150 million plus seasons of TV on the fly. It didn't hire showrunners, but instead depended on film executives to run its series. And as Marvel does for its movies, it relied on post production and reshoots to fix what wasn't working. What's up, Keely? Even though they remain along with Star Wars wait, sorry, my mouse keeps moving. Even though they remain along with Star Wars titles, the most watched shows on Disney Plus, Marvel series have recently faced a number of creative challenges and cries of diminishing returns from critics and audience metrics, causing a major shift at the studio to move to make shift at the studio to move to make TV shows the more traditional way. We're trying to marry the Marvel culture with the traditional TV culture, says Brad Winderbaum, Marvel's head of streaming, television, and animation. It comes down to how can we tell stories in television that honor what's so great about the source material. With Daredevil's new direction, Marvel hopes to right the ship on a project with sky high expectations. The show is Marvel's first to feature a hero who already had a successful series on Netflix, running 3 seasons. But sources, yeah, that because that show was fantastic. But sources say that Cordman and Ord craft a legal procedural that did not resemble the Netflix version. Yeah, not at all. Known for its action and violence. They should have put it on Hulu. They should have put it on Hulu and let it still be an adult show. Cox didn't even show up in costume until the 4th episode. Marvel, after greenlighting the concept, found itself needing to rethink the original intention of the show. Marvel plans to keep some scenes and episodes, though other serialized elements will be injected, with Coleman and Ord becoming executive producers on the 2-season series. Okay, this is a lot longer than I expected. So it's all okay. Let's go here. We need executives that are dedicated to this medium, that are going to focus on streaming, focus on television, says Winterbaum, because they are two different forms. It also is revamping its development process. Showrunners will write pilots and show Bibles. The days of Marvel shooting an entire series from She Hulk to Secret Invasion, then looking at what's working and what's not, are done. Yes, both those shows were terrible. And just as Loki, which returned October 5th, I haven't watched. I mean, I don't have Disney Plus, but I haven't even I'm not interested in watching it, unfortunately. Marked Marvel's first season 2 of the series out of the 9 TV shows to date. The studio plans on leaning into the idea of multi-season serialized TV, stepping away from the limited series format that has defined it. Marvel wants to create shows that run several seasons where characters can take the time to develop relationships and the audience rather than feeling as if they're set up for a big crossover event. Some of its next shows, in fact, promise to be more personal stories. Echo, which premieres in January, is a grounded crime story with few visual effects, revolving around deaf Native American anti-hero Maya Lopez. Wonder Man, a show that was paused because of the writers and actors strikes, is meant to be a behind the scenes look at Hollywood and character studies of Simon Williams, a superhero who has a side gig as an actor and stunt person. Okay, that's enough of that. Um, I think they're trying to change it. Oh, it actually showed up on here. Azur, thank you so much for gifting a sub. We got a new member. Let's see who first. First. We'll see who it didn't say who on my thing, but here. Thank I know how not to hire creatives to run the show. You're not wrong, Faceless Entertainment. They're trying to change it. What's up, Too High Strung? How are you? Um, that's enough of that. That shows how I feel about exactly. Like I can't read this whole article. Who was gifted the membership? Thank you. It was Psychotic Mongoose. Thank you, Azur. But yeah, I've checked out just like I checked out with Disney. All right, we got a couple more articles and then I'm gonna hop right on over to Kick. Uh so well, we got like a good 20 minutes left on here, but then I'm gonna hop over on Kick and play some games. So anyone oh hold on a second, I gotta redo this. I almost hit stop cam. Share screen, entire screen. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Supposedly they probably will. Thank you, Mighty Orbots. I always want to say orbs when I see that. Mighty Orbs, Mighty Orbots. Thank you. So, One Piece, Jamie Lee Curtis confirms her interest in live action role. You'd have to see, and now that I'm catching up, so I've said this before, but I'm not watching it from start to finish. The anime, I don't have time to watch 1,000 plus episodes. But I started watching the anime after the events of the live action, and I have a website that I found that tells you which order to watch, and you could skip like this website has like 365 episodes or something that you watch to get the story without any of the filler, and I'm like, yes. Why does this make me feel uneasy? So she wouldn't be a huge character like this. It was a big plot line in the anime, but I think she probably wouldn't be on more than 2 episodes on the live action because they really cut it down. So Jamie Lee Curtis makes it official as she will lobby to be Dr. Kira in Netflix's One Piece. I think she's like crazy in real life, but she might actually do a decent job on the role. I'll be honest with that. That's just my honest opinion. I think she might do all right. If you're not, yeah, you need to start watching the anime. So it's a doctor. It's a lot of episodes in the anime, and I would suggest watching that whole arc because I love. It was I forget the name of the not the kingdom, but the name of the island is when they're on their way to. They're in the Grand Line. It was the second country that they hit. Like once they're in there. Uh, Yeah, Charlie's right. She does great when she has a good script. She's had some good movies, but she's terrible in interviews. It's because of how who she actually is in real life. She's a bit loony. Yeah, exactly, Trey. So I don't think she would do a bad Drum Kingdom. Thank you, thank you. I just finished that arc too, and I'm like, I can't remember. That's where we meet Tony Chopper. I love him. So cute. Anyways, so it's been an open secret that Jamie Lee Curtis of Halloween and Knives Out fame has a deep affection for the Shonen series One Piece. Following the confirmation that a second season will arrive on Netflix for the series live action adaptation, many fans wondered if Curtis will actually take on the role of Tony Chopper's mentor, Dr. Kura. Well, if Curtis herself has anything to say about it, she will. As the legendary actress has confirmed, she will lobby the streaming service to join One Piece's cast. So I think you list crazy on your resume to work in Hollywood, exactly. Um, um, so if they can afford her, I think they'll do it. But if she has like if she's asking for too much, probably they'll find someone that'll do a great job for less. That's my opinion. But if they can work out the financial part of it, I do think they would put her on because I think she would do all right. She'd be a good Doctorine, as Tony Chopper calls her. Curtis becoming a part of One Piece has been a long dream has been a dream has long been a dream of fans. God, sorry, I could not spit that out. How's it been a long dream though? A dream, like long. I don't understand that. I can't promote any project because of the strike, but I will lobby for roles during the strike. Does that make sense? To her, it does, Dan. To her, it does. Again, Looney Tunes. Come on, we can't put sense into this. Um, so, Achilles Jones, thank you for the $2. Hi, Wicked. Just saying hello. Can't stay. Well, thank you for the $2 and thanks for saying hello. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Um, so the star of the Halloween horror franchise and many other movies and television projects has stated many times in the past that she fell in love with the creation of Ichiro Oda earlier this year. Jamie Lee had taken to her social media account to humorously ask for the role, but now Curtis has laid out in no uncertain terms that once the Hollywood strike ends, there it goes. She's saying once the Hollywood strike ends, she'll lobby to see if she can become one of the most notable doctors in the history of One Piece. Um, will Jamie Lee Curtis join the cast of One Piece, sharing fan art of herself as Dr. Kira, the doctor who watched over Tony Chopper on Tony Chopper on Drum Island? Curtis confirmed that she has a serious interest in becoming a part of the live action anime adaptation. Once the strike against the greed, this is what she wrote. Once the strike against the greed of the AMT PT is settled with a fair contract, I will lobby along with the growing fan frenzy to become Dr. Cura. It's not going to show it. I got to click on it. You guys see it? Okay, it's still sharing. There's the fan art of her. I think she actually probably does like the role pretty well. I got to be honest. Yeah, face I think she's a good pick. I think Curtis is a great choice for Dr. Cura. The thing is, we need a good actress for Chopper and Hurlick. I probably said that wrong. I think so. In my opinion, I'm not someone that thinks that you should always go for CGI, but I think for Chopper to be done properly, they're probably gonna have to do like some really good CGI. As long as they want to put them old and crazy check. Um, as long as they wanna put the money into it and make it well done, or animatronics, kinda like I mean, they did this back in '88 or '89 with the Child's Play movie with Chucky, they did have, a small person playing Chucky, but they had animatronic, like, puppets and stuff as well, so they have to go, like, that route, but I think they're definitely gonna have to do some CGI, especially when Chopper gets big, like, that'd be kinda hard. They did it with Jurassic Park, they could do an animatronic, but, I think that they might end up having to go the route of CGI, and if they do, I'm not mad at that. I just hope they really put the money into it and do them justice. I think they will because so far they've done a great job. So we'll see. But I do think, loony or not, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is a good choice for Dr. Reen. Um, if the live action series continues to follow the source material, Dr. Cura will be a major part of the second season as she will be introduced alongside Tony Chopper. When the second season for Netflix series was confirmed, creator Ichiro Oda not only shared the news with fans, but hinted at the arrival of the reindeer who will become the Straw Hat Pirate's doctor. With the addition of Jamie Lee Curtis to the cast, One Piece would have some serious star power added to its roster for season 2. What other actors would you like to see? Okay. So I yeah, I'm for it, but they might for all we know, they might have even started recording some of the second season and they might already have uh her cast. So we'll have to see. All right. I haven't had a sip of rum in like 40 minutes. And I didn't get into Sweet Tooth, but I will agree that it was well done. I seen some of it. I watched a couple episodes of it, but it just didn't get me. Yeah, she's a good actress. I mean, I say the same thing. You guys know I love Buffy. I don't agree with a lot of the actors. I won't even just single out Sarah Michelle Gellar with like their social politics and stuff, but I can separate an actor from their real life as long as it's not something crazy, as long as they're not like out killing people or doing, terrible stuff. What's up, Reese? So, yeah, I think I'm excited to see what they do for season 2. I really hope and I think they will because money talks and people so many people and I'm one of them watched One Piece without watching the anime. I hadn't watched any of the anime and I loved it. I like pirate stuff though. So if you are into pirate, and Americus is one too. He loved it. I told him to watch it. Jay, Drunk 3PO, he was another one, loved it, never saw the anime. So if you're into like heavily into pirate stuff and you haven't watched the One Piece live action, check it out. It was good. I understand why the creator cried when he watched the first episode because they did the anime justice. Now that I've watched some of the anime, I've watched more than some. I'm getting into um they did a fantastic job. Rip Cowboy Bebop, man. Why couldn't we have gotten that with Cowboy Bebop? I was a fan of the anime before, like I watched the anime before. Part of me wants to watch the Cowboy Bebop and torture myself just to see why everyone was so mad. I've seen enough like with trailers and clips, but I'm like, should I torture myself and watch it? Also, Americus, did you send me the movie? Buffy TV show was the best. You know, Wiley, you know. You know what's up. Love Buffy. No, don't. They could do prosthetics with Chopper's normal form. Definitely need CGI for his other forms. Also, I've seen the first 2 episodes. I still like the anime more. Yeah, I mean that's good. I don't know which one I like more. I love the anime now that I've gotten into it. Okay, Americus, I gotta watch that. Thank you. Because you didn't have a note or anything with it. And I'm like, is this some like crucial information that I need to save? Is this gonna save the world, or is this the Cowboy Bebop movie? It's probably the Cowboy Bebop movie, but I thought I'd ask. Um, so Market Reality, thank you for the $5. I saw One Piece too. Can anyone explain the communication snails? That's just how they communicate. It's weird. I'm now, starting to watch the anime more. So I'm getting how, that reality works more. But it's just how they talk, I guess. I mean, and then she's got like the beeper. Not the beeper. Was it a beeper? Like a pager? Oh my god, I said beeper. I haven't heard that since like the 90s. Uh yeah, their telephones, it's just how they have I don't know, it's weird. I mean, I don't even know they call money berries, and I don't know what it's supposed to be. Like in the anime, Nami's yelling at Zoro about him owing her 4,000 berries, and I'm like, is that like yen? Is it supposed to be like yen? Like, is it actually $400? Like, no one knows. Yeah, Reese, it is. I don't know. Hit me on my beeper. All right. Let's get into the rest of my articles because I'm ready to play some games. After this, I'm gonna be hopping over on Kick. If you're not following me on Kick, hop over there. We're gonna have a spooky time. I don't know what I'm gonna play. Uh, not Dingleberries, Americas. Sorry. All right. So some DC news. Are you excited? I didn't think so, but we're gonna talk about it anyways. All Justice League actors reportedly being recast for James Gunn's new DC universe. Yeah, we already knew that. Thanks guys for dropping my kick. I might just end up playing some Dead by Daylight, but I don't know. But we'll talk about that after this article. Okay. So none of the Justice League actors cast by Zack Snyder will reprise their roles in the rebooted DCU, according to a new report. See, like that makes it a little better. We thought, right, it could have also been this too, but we thought that they were just like attacking Henry, right? Like we thought he was the only one that wasn't going to get recast. And then they pulled the same thing with Gal, though. Like they had some kind of meeting with these people, making them think that they were going to reprise their roles in some capacity because Henry announced it on Instagram. I don't know if he has Twitter. I don't think so. I don't know, but he announced it on Instagram. Gal announced it in a interview, and then like a week later, they were like, "Nah, you're out." And I feel like that's so dirty because they wouldn't just say it out of nowhere. They wouldn't just be like, hey, it's happening. Like they had some kind of confirmation, right? And then they changed their minds. Zack Snyder's Justice League has disbanded, according to a new report. The superhero team of Superman, Henry Cavill, Batman, Ben Affleck, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, Aquaman, Jason Momoa, Cyborg, Ray Fisher, and The Flash, Ezra Miller, united for the first and final time in 2017's Justice League. I don't think anybody's upset that Ezra's gone. Let's be real. He should have been gone. They should I get it. It's expensive to make movies. Gunn is just keeping his toys and throwing out the rest, even though they were all still connected in the universe. Yeah, I think he's making a mistake. She acted like she was surprised by this. She might have been. She could have been sidelined. Gunn has lied from the start at every point. You're right. He's keeping Amanda Waller, really? Oh, here we go. Here you go. Here's the answer to your question, Mark. The transponder snails have the ability to communicate telepathically with each other. They can also replicate voice. They have been domesticated when we see them in One Piece. There you go. Thank you, Faceless Entertainment. They're keeping that actress. She's a good actress for it, though. Like, come on, you got to give it to her. Like, I've been watching. Well, it's been a little bit, but I was trying to keep up on like the Batman animated movies and stuff, like ones that I hadn't seen. I was watching them, and Amanda Waller, I think Viola Davis is actually pretty. I get that, but John Cena wasn't like he was cast originally by John. Wow, I almost said his name wrong. By James Gunn, because he was in the Suicide Squad 2, which was James Gunn. So that doesn't um, it's not like I'm not surprised by that because he was part of his original casting. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep the others minus Ezra. I'm for that. All right, so where were we? Set in the ongoing DC extended universe that will end with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in December, with DC Studios co-chairman and CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran ushering in their new and unified DC universe, starting with Superman Legacy. None of the actors cast by Snyder will be reprising their original roles in the rebooted DCU. Variety reports. There have been conflicting reports about Momoa and Godot's futures as part of Gunn and Safran's new DCU. According to Variety, Momoa is in talks to play Lobo, not Aquaman, in Gunn's Superman movie, or a potential standalone Lobo movie. That's kind of weird. I mean, it's a whole new universe, so but it's like weird because people know him as Aquaman now, so taking him and making him another character in the DCU is a little. The report also disputes rumors that Godot, who played Wonder Woman since Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice in 2016, will continue in that role in an untitled Wonder Woman 3. We last saw the Justice League make a cameo in the first season finale of Peacemaker, but only Momoa and Miller reprised their roles. Stand-ins portrayed Superman and Wonder Woman, seen only in the shadow. That is true. I didn't. That's true. Um, I gotta be honest, I don't know who Lobo is. Who is that? Rumors are that Margot Robbie is sticking around too. Who's Lobo? Hold on. Oh, look at okay, look wise. Okay, I can see it look wise. Oh, I know who that is from the Superman show. That I don't really know, but I now seeing that I have seen him before. I just don't really know about his character. Okay, you know what? I ain't mad at it. He looks the part. Lobo is a very hard to kill Caesarian. Ooh, probably said that wrong. A biker space dude. Okay, yeah, that's all right, where were we on this? Okay, so we last saw Justice League make a cameo. Oh no, I was already sorry. Gunn has already cast David Cornsweet as a younger Man of Steel in Superman Legacy, replacing Cavill. And Affleck announced his Dark Knight retirement before the DC Chiefs confirmed a new actor will be cast as the DCU Batman in The Brave and the Bold. Fisher clashed with Joss Whedon and the former Warner Brothers DC regime over alleged misconduct on the set of 2017's Justice League, and that cyber actor publicly called gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. And the controversial Miller, who has made rare public appearances since their string of arrests. Oh, I always get confused when they use the term "there" when they're talking about one person. Like, it still confuses me. Anyways, uh, arrest and abuse allegations. He's not expected to return as Barry Allen after The Flash flopped with a global box office of just 270 million. Actors who will carry over in the DCU include Viola Davis, the Suicide Squad as Amanda Waller, John Cena, Peacemaker as Christopher Smith, and was that Zolo Maradoon Blue Beetle? Oh, that's the guy from Cobra Kai, right? Is Jamie I didn't even watch Blue Beetle. Gunn recently clarified those roles would not be recast on the social media platform Threads. I never check my Threads. I have one, but I never go. Nothing is canon until DC Studios animated series Creature Commandos next year, a sort of aperitif to the DCU, and then a deeper dive into the universe with Superman Legacy after that, Gunn wrote. It's a very human drive to want to understand everything all the time, but I think it's okay to be confused on what's happening in the DCU since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet. Gunn continued, and yes, some actors will be playing characters they've played in other stories, and some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of films, shows, and animated projects that have come from DC in the past, but nothing is canon until Creature Commandos and Legacy. All right, so they don't have any pictures? They don't even have any pictures. Okay, whatever. I was gonna leave it up for like a DC picture. Threads is basically like an Instagram Twitter. I got it because like you guys know, well, some of you know that I took a course in content management, social media management, and so I got to keep up with this stuff. Even though I don't have TikTok anymore, I got rid of TikTok a while ago because I just don't use it. Um, Aquaman being recast. Good, cast a blonde man. They should cast a younger blonde man. I agree with that. I think now that I see what Lobo looks like, I think that's more fitting for Jason Momoa. I will say I'm not I don't really know how I feel about James Gunn taking over the DCU, but see you later, Mecca. I was just gonna say this, Dan. A complete reboot is what they need, not this mismatch of old and new with new roles and stories that may or may not fit with what has been before. Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm gonna have a little bit of faith, right? They need to restart. They need to just erase and start over. I don't know who the James Corn sweat guy is, um, but what's her name? Rachel. I always because I can never say her last name correctly. Uh Rachel Brosnahan from Marvelous Miss Maisel. I loved her in that. I loved that show. It's more girly, but some guys like it. It was funny. I think she's going to be a great Lois Lane. I think she's got the charisma, um, the look for sure. So if her because Amy Adams and Henry did not have that chemistry. They did not. So if these two have the chemistry, we might get a really well done Lois and Clark dynamic, and the show might be good. So we'll see. Um, exactly, Soul Assassin. They gotta make it a hit. They mess him up, and the universe won't make it. Exactly. The same thing with Batman. So I'm thinking that he's not. I know it's a completely different director. So I think we can safely say that Robert Pattinson is not going to be James Gunn's Batman, which is probably for the best. I didn't think he did terrible. I kind of feel bad for him in a way because he's just always going to be known as Twilight, right? Um, well, what was it, Edward in Twilight? You know what I mean. I seen what they were trying to do, and it's like he was year one Batman, and that's why he was still coming into Batman, right? So there was not he didn't really different. There was no difference really between Bruce Wayne and Batman. He was just like kind of gloomy always. 'Cause it's kind of like the way I look at Bruce Wayne's story, and you can interpret it any way you want, but I look at it more so like he is Batman. Like that's who he really is. And when he puts on the mask, that's Bruce Wayne. I think a lot of people can agree with that. And when he was first starting out doing it, he didn't have he didn't know how to do it completely. He was still learning how to be Bruce Wayne, kind of like he was, angsty and angry, and he wanted to just, be the vigilante, and so uh that too, it did drag on. I didn't think it was the worst movie, definitely not my favorite Batman movie, but, I seen what they were trying to do, but it just didn't really hit. So they'll probably do one more with him, and then that'll be it. Yeah, they went with emo Bruce, and it makes sense because when he first started out, he was still coming into, having both facade like I think Bruce Wayne is the mask, not Batman. Like he is Batman, and Bruce Wayne is just this who someone he has to play to keep up appearances. Um, but yeah, they'll do one more movie, and I think that that's it. Um, I'm curious to see who James Gunn will cast as Batman. We'll see. There's just been so many. I would like to see them dive into other stories. Like I loved Black Canary. I would love to see Dinah Lance and Oliver Queen, like a really well done movie with them. Like what we didn't get with Hawkeye and Black Widow, right? Can we get that with Black Canary and Oliver Queen, like Oliver Queen and Dinah Lance, Black Canary and Green Arrow. I would really like that because some of the lesser known characters, I know not everyone knows who Black Canary is. If you're a big comic book fan or you've watched the shows and stuff, you know who that is. But I think Katie Lotes did a great job on the show, on the Green Arrow show. She was my favorite live action that they've done. I did not like Katie Cassidy's version when they switched over and had her. It was Sarah who, I mean, if you know the characters, you know she wasn't going to stay Black Canary because Diana Laurel Lance. So Laurel Lance is the one that ended up being Black Canary. Katie Lotes did a real good job. Battinson wasn't bad, but I'm tired of this hyper realistic Batman. For what they set up, I can not see Battinson fight someone like Clayface. Yeah, Trey. You gotta be careful if there's any memers in here. So yeah, that's my take on the DC universe. Of course, a lot of people want to see Batman, they want to see Superman, they want to see the Justice League. I would like to see the lesser characters though. Not that I think they're lesser, but you guys know what I mean. Like some people don't know. Like Americus didn't know who Black Canary was when I put my cosplay up with Black Canary. And she's a great character. So I would like to see them dive into more of that. All right, let's get into this article. We're just slow. We're gonna be done soon. This was a fun stream, guys. It feels like it's the last Wicked World stream, but it's not. Just moving to Thursdays. Again, I'll say the announcement real quick for the final time. This is the third time I'm saying it. Um, I am starting a new show that is gonna be um hold on. Well, she was Black Canary first, though. I don't know if you, Mark, if you watched the Green Arrow show, but she was Black Canary first, and then she died. And when they brought her back in the Lazarus pit, she went a little nuts, and then they changed her to White Canary and put her onto the Legends of Tomorrow, whatever that show was. And then Katie Cassidy, Laurel Lance took over as Black Canary. But I still say Katie Lotes was the best Black. She did a great job. She was a great Black Canary, and I wish we could have got more of her. But so starting next week on Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, I am starting a new show with X-Ray Girl and Disparu called Saucy Saturdays. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited for it. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, it's a pop culture talk. Sorry, my brain is shutting down a bit because I've been going for 2 hours now. It's hitting that point. It's gonna be pop culture, nerd talk, gaming talk. So we're gonna have topics, but it's also gonna be us just kind of sitting back, chilling, and talking like the last stream. You guys like I've got almost 4K views on that. Like I can't believe that. You guys loved I keep saying this, but who would have known that a Canadian American and a Brit would have such good chemistry? It works though. So yeah, every Saturday, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be on here. And so Wicked's World is gonna get moved to Thursdays. So I think I might change the time. I should probably still do 8, but on Thursdays, I might start about 7. I think it's gonna be 7 p.m. Eastern for Wicked's World on Thursdays now. I'll start an hour earlier. But there you go. There's the announcement. Once again, I'm excited. The Nightwing would be the easiest $50 million movie to make. Oh, Dan Blackroyd. Oh, I want that so bad. Nightwing is my favorite Bat family member. I love Nightwing. Set in a warehouse district, and it's Dick on his first mission out. Barely any CGI needed, just a good stunt crew. Same for Canary. Exactly. They need to hire Dan. Thanks. I know you guys loved it. I was like, oh, like you guys really like came out and showed so much love. That is my second most watched stream. Um, thank you. So we got together and decided, let's do this every week. So you guys are going to get more of it. And like I said, there's going to be topics. So it's going to be that awesomeness that we had last week, but we're also going to actually cover topics. A Deathstroke movie would be nice too. All right, so let's get into this article here. Aquaman 2 flooded with drama. Ooh, really? A movie that had Amber Heard on the set. Drama? Yeah, right. Amber Heard scenes cut, Elon Musk's letter to WB, and more. Oh God. That's the worst thing I would say about Elon is that he dated Amber Heard and he was so like into her. Like, ugh, why? Why, Elon? Oh, you're good, Americus. You get it every week now. um, these waters are getting choppy. On the same day in mid-September that Warner Brothers dropped the trailer for its $215 million Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, embarrassing documents from the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial surfaced on Reddit, creating a new headache for the studio behind the film. Depp fans paid the court fees for the release of the documents from Heard's therapist, Dr. Dawn Hughes. The raw notes, scribbled on legal pad, were part of last year's high-profile trial in which Depp largely prevailed. They described a hostile Aquaman set where an allegedly intoxicated Jason Momoa dressed like Depp and pushed to have Heard booted from the role of the aquatic superhero Mera. Wait, what? I never heard this story. I didn't read this article yet. Oh my God, that makes me freaking love Jason Momoa. Stop. Hold on. I gotta gather myself. I knew he was team Johnny Depp because he liked one of his posts or something during all this, and oh my God. Exactly, based. Holy crap. Jason Momoa is now the GOAT. That is hilarious. Please tell me it was true. Oh, I never heard that before. Okay, sorry, that got me excited. Jason said he wanted me fired, the notes say. Jason, drunk, late on set, dressing like Johnny, has all the rings too. A rep for Momoa declined comment. Oh, that means it probably happened. Because if it didn't happen, they would be like, nah. But a DC spokesperson pushed back on Heard's characterization, saying Jason Momoa conducted himself in a professional manner at all times on the set of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Others echoed the sentiment. Jason works his butt off, likes to have a beer once in a while, like everyone, but doesn't show up drunk to set, says an insider. He probably did something like kind of like that, but I don't think he was like wasted. He probably dressed up like Johnny Depp, like maybe Jack Sparrow or something at some point. I believe that, but I don't think he was like bugging out. Because I mean, who would have thought that Amber lied? I mean, it's been proved that she's lied numerous times. Anyways, um, and he isn't dressing like Johnny Depp, but he is always dressed in that bohemian style. He probably added a bit more though. Like he probably did something. I could see it. And that's right though. He kind of has always had that style. Heard declined comment, but a source close to the actress confirmed that the notes referred to the Aquaman 2 set and reflect a session from December 27th, 2021. Another source close to the actress says her lawyers fought the release of the therapy notes, which had been subpoenaed by Depp's attorneys during discovery. Momoa wasn't the only Aquaman principal to land in the crosshairs. The therapy session also painted a picture of Heard feeling unsupported by the film's director, James Wan, and treated like a pariah because of her high profile legal battle with her ex husband. He raised his voice at me. I can't even post about Aquaman, made it like it was my fault. I said, I'm sorry, says Hughes, notes in reference to Wan. Nobody could take selfies with me on set given blackout. Nobody took pictures with her. Damn. Wan declined comment. The DC spokesperson says James is known for treating members of his cast and crew with the utmost respect and for fostering a positive, collaborative environment on set. The Aquaman films with no exception. I believe that because um, I mean, like, look what she did with Johnny Depp. So, like, she has like, no credibility anymore. Nothing that she ever really did. I mean, I didn't know who she was until she was in Rum Diaries with Johnny Depp. And yet Heard was nearly fired. Sources on both sides tell Variety. Following Aquaman's release in 2018, the studio and Wan decided to drop the actress from the sequel due to her lack of chemistry with Momoa and sent a letter to her attorney, Carl Utzon, informing him of its decision. Former DC Films boss Walter Hamada testified in the defamation trial about the issue of chemistry. Those sources underscore that the move to bounce Heard was unrelated to Depp and took place before he filed suit against the actors in 2019. Likewise, Momoa was not involved in the decision making, but another source pushed back on the lack of chemistry narrative, noting that Heard did a chemistry test with Momoa before landing the role of Mara and beat out 2 other actresses who did a similar chemistry test, including Abby Lee. Ultimately, the studio never pulled the trigger on firing Heard because her former boyfriend, here comes Elon being a white knight to save the day for her once again. Elon Musk had one of his litigators send a scorched earth letter to Warner Brothers threatening to burn the house down if the actress wasn't brought back for a sequel. Damn. Says a source familiar with the behind the scenes battle. Warner Brothers caved and moved forward with Heard. Musk did not respond to a request for comment. The drama is being rehashed at a time when DC Entertainment toppers James Gunn and Peter Safran are poised to close the book on the previous regime's superhero slate on the December 20th release of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Since Warner Brothers chiefs Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca joined the studio in June 2022, followed by Gunn and Safran's entrance 4 months later, the four have been saddled with DC duds they inherited, including this year's The Flash, $271 million worldwide, and Blue Beetle, $128 million worldwide. Still, the Aquaman sequel held promise considering that the character's first outing earned $1.15 billion worldwide, becoming the highest grossing DC movie ever. But sources say the sequel has endured challenges outside of Heard's saga and was testing in the 60s before being recut in the summer of 2022. Despite the overhaul, the film continued to test in the 60s, prompting a new cut. The movie is like this echo of regimes, says the insider. It's the last remnant of the Snyderverse, and no one really wants to take ownership of it. Reshoots took place right up until this year's WGA strike in May. The on-set source disputes that the idea of Aquaman 2 is troubled, noting that the film was on time, under budget, and needed only about a week of reshoots. Wow, okay. Let's skip a little bit. The bottom line is they need to get DC to work with Zaslav, whether Zaslav owns it, whether Brian Roberts owns it, whether somebody else owns it, says Lightshed's Rich Greenfield, a Wall Street analyst and venture capitalist. Here we go. For now, neither Momoa nor Heard will be promoting the film, given the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike. But if the strike ends soon, now that the WGA has come to terms, the stars will be junketing, making it difficult for Warner Bros. And Wan to avoid Heard's accusations that her role was significantly cut. At least 2 Heard scenes were cut from the Aquaman 2, an action sequence that found Mera fighting Black Manta, and a love scene with Momoa. According to individuals familiar with the production, other evidence of friction is hiding in plain sight. This summer, Momoa unfollowed Heard on Instagram. One source says he even blocked Heard from following him. Dang. Yeah. Turmoil aside, the sequel might just work at the box office. The first Aquaman also was a ho-hum in early testing and found its footing in post-production. A studio source says Aquaman 2 is following a similar trajectory. Early tracking shows strong interest and puts the film's opening on par with the first Aquaman. Everybody's down on DC, but there is a chance, especially with the limited competition during the holiday season, that Aquaman could still play like gangbusters because of the lack of product, says Jeff Bach, a box office analyst with exhibitor relations. Sometimes the right film at the right time is all you need. I think, and also people that can't stand Amber Heard might want to support it now because they're happy that, yeah, base, like, dang. What's up, Don Ranger? Yeah, sorry, that was a long article, but I was really into that one. I skipped a little because it was long. Jimber Jamber. Not gonna lie, the first one is fun bad. So if the sequel keeps up the energy, I won't complain. Yeah. I can agree with that. I wasn't like blown away by Aquaman, but it was a fun time. It wasn't, definitely not the worst movie or superhero movie that I've seen. I don't think that was funny to read, but I don't think he came on set drunk, dressed like Johnny Depp. I think maybe he had something on that she caught, like, knew that it was like a Johnny Depp thing, right? And she decided to just like roll with it. Like, he was drunk and he dressed like Johnny. Like, she played it up and was being extra because, let's be honest, she's not a great actress, but like she's a good liar or something. I don't know. I broke yeah, exactly. I broke the X button doubting so hard. I don't completely doubt that he might have done something because we know he liked a post or something like that that Johnny Depp posted, and it was like this big thing. So it showed that he was in support. And people did notice that there was no selfies or anything because when the first movie dropped, I remember seeing a picture of them celebrating, like with champagne or like a bottle of whiskey or something like that, and it was like her in her Mara costume, and he was like, "Yeah," like he was all like, "Woohoo!" Like Jason Momoa, all happy about it, and that did not happen during the production of the second one. So who would have thought that Amber Heard was hard to work with? And her white knight Elon swiped in again. I don't doubt that at all. I don't because it would have been but like she's not like the biggest role, so it would have been better for them to just um you know get rid of her, sorry, like, replace her. So I don't doubt at all that Elon, like, came in and was like, "Nope, not my girl." Um, but, what's up, Ark? That was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and again, Wicked's World is gonna be moved to Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we will be replaced not be replaced. It's gonna be replaced on Saturdays with Saucy Saturdays with my co-host X-Ray Girl and Disparu. I cannot wait. Um, I'm excited. We're gonna work on some stuff. Like it's gonna be something that has to come into its own kind of because we're just starting it out. Like I'm working on an intro right now. But once we actually, get some more footage, I'll make a really good intro. I'm excited about it. But guys, you're all awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out and stay tuned. I will be live on here again on Thursday, again 7 p.m. Eastern, Wicked World's new time. And the first official Saucy Saturday will be next Saturday. I cannot wait. No one's replaying. You are, Trey. I'm going the Netflix route. I mean, Wicked's World's going to be replaced with Saucy Saturdays on Saturday. You know what I mean. And I'm going to be hopping off of here. And in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be on Kick. I might only play for like an hour, hour and a half, but I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow because I'm going out to do some stuff. So if you want to hop on over to Kick and watch me play some spooky games for a little bit, I'll be there. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for the love and everything today. I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.